Hey everyone. Oh my gosh. If you're listening or watching on YouTube, hi Serafina from LA. I apologize. I'm a little bit late. I underestimated how long it would take me to use the restroom and get a Spindrift sparkling water and real squeezed fruit. It's lemon flavored, unsweetened, and this is not sponsored by them. Just happen to have it. Anyways, so welcome to the Cannabis Mom Boss podcast. I am your host, Jenny Blaze, and I am here to help Canna moms create and grow their passion filled and purpose driven online businesses while generating multiple streams of income to reach at least six figures in your business. I hope you can hear me okay. I forgot to take a sip. And I didn't strategically mean to sip it that way so you could see the Institute of Integrative Nutrition, but that's how it worked out. I have helped run and scale an 8-figure business to a 9-figure business in less than 4 years at my last role in the corporate world. Now I'm showing you all how to be a mom and a boss at the same time while modernizing the perception of today's cannabis consumers. So let's go. I have visuals for those who may be listening or on Instagram. If you come join us on YouTube, you can see the slides. I already changed my hair from earlier. I usually take the thumbnail for my shows. I take it like an hour before. Just take a picture real quick and then make a thumbnail and throw it up there. So that's me. But today we're going over 3 questions around scaling your business online because I think maybe it was Saturday last week. I posted on Instagram a question asking, what are your biggest questions around creating a business online? I'm trying to get the feel for like who's out there. I already know the people that I talk to, but now we're growing this new Cannabis Mom Boss community, and I'm trying to get an idea of who's listening. And my intention is to start a community, an actual like community with technology around it, not just like a virtual community, but an actual community where like-minded people can come and learn from each other and empower each other. Because I think right now with technology, with our culture, society, I think right now is a prime time to disrupt and change the game for not just the 9 to 5, the corporate world, excuse me, but for moms in general, women in general, we need to do something because particularly, and this applies to all women, but if you're in the cannabis industry, the number of women executives is going down. It was already, I think it had like the best numbers in all industries at one point, and now it's like the worst. And what I heard was like, oh, people are saying, oh, a lot of the female executives that were here before, they left because they were smart, and like the culture and environment is toxic because it's like male driven, and like there just doesn't seem to be a big presence for cannabis females who are not just like naked on billboards smoking weed, but like actual moms who are like trying to grow our own weed because we want to know what goes in it. And those kinds of things are important to us. Also, maybe we're bougie. Maybe we like nice, fancy smoking accessories, okay? Anyways, this was not in my plan for what I scripted out. But this week, I got some really great questions, and I'm so glad I asked because I often forget that not everyone has witnessed or experienced the power of technology like I have. And I think people can be skeptical or just want to learn more of the basics before taking the next step. And luckily, I am more than happy to talk through all of that because that is one of my strengths, my gifts, my talents. I learned this about myself over the last 2 decades, more than that, but because I have a technical background and technology has always been kind of easy for me to learn, I can speak to the geekiest geeks there are because I literally worked with them. I mean, I started my career as a programmer. I was coding. I can't believe they let me code. Just kidding. I still use my coding experience today, like with my blog and stuff. So that's all the stuff that I can translate. And my talent is to be able to explain that to a non-technical person so that they can understand what technology can do for them and how they can best utilize it for their own needs. Because I know technology is incredibly powerful. However, things like move so fast and it's a lot. And we didn't learn this stuff growing up, especially. So I'm 40 years old. I feel like I was maybe an early adopter in technology, but that's only a small percentage. And if I just had a girls' night with my not high school, elementary school friends. Okay. I've known these group of girls since one of them I've known since kindergarten. The other ones I met them like through elementary school and stuff. We hung out this past weekend and I could not believe, like, we don't see each other that much, but we grew up, we went to the same schools and they didn't even know what bots were. And I thought that was so wild because I'm like, how do you not know this stuff? And it's just, I need to remind myself that not everyone is caught up to technology like I am. But that's what I'm here for. And I think some people they almost feel like shame or embarrassment about not knowing technology, but it's like, how would you know? Nobody knows how to code coming out the womb. Like, it's not something that's instinctual to us. So if you have that feeling of like, I don't even know I don't even know what a blog is. I'm listening to a podcast, but I don't even know what a podcast is. Like that kind of stuff, I can talk to you about that. I can answer those questions because there's no shame or judgment here. Everyone has to start from somewhere. But once you know like the basics of technology, then it's a matter of weeding out what is useful to you. And that's when your own business, your personal life, and your brand, that's when you get creative because you say, okay, this is all the technology that's available to me. Some things are cheaper than others, but you may have to put in some like sweat equity into your business if you don't have the money, but you need to either put in sweat equity and learning, increasing your skills to learn the technology and be able to utilize it, or you need to pay someone to help you do that or pay someone to do it for you. That's how the world works, right? So I thought this was interesting. This is like a side note, but on the entrepreneur account on Instagram, they just posted an article on how to use ChatGPT to save time and make work easier. And for one, if you don't know what ChatGPT is, or GPT, I think I keep saying GPT. ChatGPT is artificial intelligence, and essentially it's this free tool online that you can go to, and you can type in like anything. Somebody typed in explain Warren Buffett's investment strategy, and like GPT went through all the data, went behind the scenes using artificial intelligence, which is all technology driven, and was able to like provide that. And so GPT is the latest, hottest, trending topic in the tech world right now, and people are scared of it. But also a lot of people, and the people I think that are going to be successful, are the ones who are embracing it. And that goes along with what I'm saying, with technology. if you adapt to it and learn how to use it, you can make it work for you so that your life is easier. And I'm shocked that this article didn't come out sooner because, like I said, it's like the hottest topic right now. But anyways, that article, the link to that is in the show notes if you're interested. I myself want to go read it, and I haven't done that yet, so I plan on doing that. All right, next slide. Sorry, I'm so thirsty right now. I medicated briefly before this. Okay. So all right. Before we move on to the three questions that I got around creating a business online, I want to mention or remind you all to please consider subscribing and turning on notifications so you don't miss our live sessions where we have visuals like I have displayed here right now on display. And we also have an interactive chat as well. So we are live here every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern. If you're watching on Instagram, make sure you join us over on YouTube or Facebook. As always, if you miss a live stream, don't worry. You can watch the replay on YouTube or Facebook, or you can listen to the audio podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, or iHeartRadio. What? Also, if you are a Bravo TV lover, you may be familiar with my OG podcast, Bravo and Blaze, which is live on Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern on the same YouTube channel, but also on Facebook and Twitter. The audio podcast is available on Apple, Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and iHeartRadio. The handle is at Bravo and Blaze on all or most social media platforms. Twitter and Instagram, I would say, are my most active platforms. I can't be everywhere. I'm only one person. This is a one-woman show, literally. All right, mom news of the week. Oh my gosh, we're already 12 minutes in. All right, I'll try to be brief. So my oldest is 13. She's in 8th grade. We're waiting for her Q2 grades. And if you've been following along, you may know that it hasn't been the easiest quarter for us. So I am scared to see these grades tomorrow. And wrestling is over. She was playing or participating in varsity wrestling. So that was very intense. And that may have contributed to the schoolwork situation that we dealt with. But it's bittersweet. I'm like, so much time has freed up now that wrestling's over because I had to leave my house at 4:00. Well, yeah, I did. I had to leave at 4:00 to go pick up my daughter after school because she's been staying after school and then she doesn't have practice till like 6, from 6 to 7:45. So I have to like pick her up, then go pick up my 4-year-old at daycare, then go pick up my 2-year-old at my parents' house, and then get home, feed them, and then bring my oldest to wrestling, and then pick her back up at 7:45. So it's a lot with the 4 and 2-year-old, and I'm like so glad that that's like off our plate now. But she really loved it, and she played other sports before, but she said she cried on the last day at their little like pizza party. So I am really happy that she found something that she's passionate about, because I think those are the moments that we need to have more of. Like, we need to find those things that we're passionate about, and maybe like not necessarily like stick with the exact thing that's bringing you passion, but like evolve. And like that's how I have wound up here, like through Bravo and Blaze and everything. It sounds silly, but watching reality TV was a passion of mine. So, and now we're here. Anyways, so I'm excited for my oldest. My 4-year-old, she's like she's at my favorite age right now, but she's been kind of like whiny and needy lately, and that bothers me. But anyways, my 2-year-old is still potty training and still defiant. I don't know what to say. Like, she literally is still doing that thing where she lets her whole body go limp, and you have to like put on their socks, and they're just like with their feet. Yeah, that's right. But okay, I'm gonna move on. We're 15 minutes in. I want to get to these questions. Okay, one of the first questions, one question that I get a lot is, what products do I sell? Or a lot of times people know what they want to sell. And if you already know what you want to sell, then that's amazing. I'm going to get into that next step for the next question. But if you are just starting out and you're like, okay, maybe I know a lot of people who have like tens of thousands of followers on social media, more than that. I know people have like over hundreds of thousands who have not made one single penny off of their social media presence. And I'm not saying everyone needs to, or that's like everyone's goal, but if you do have it already, if you have the audience, why not bring them value and in turn make a living off of it? Like, you could do that. That's like the best way, in my opinion. Anyways, okay, so there's many ways you can sell products, but how do you pick what products you want to sell? I will tell you right now, my best advice for anyone trying to figure out what to sell is literally look at your life. What do you use? What do you love? And what do you buy already? What is something that you're willing to spend money on? And then look at, like, is this a commodity? And is this something I'm willing to pay more for? Like, is it a luxury item, or like something craft, or like, does it stand for something? That's where I would start, because at the end of the day, like, when you're selling stuff, you have to genuinely believe in whatever you're selling, whether it's an actual physical product or whether it's your own services or digital products, whatever it is, you have to believe in that product. Otherwise, I can tell it's quick. I'll try to be quick. Okay. When I first became a stay-at-home mom, I was like, how can I work and be a mom at the same time? And I thought e-commerce was the way. I was like, yes, I'm just going to like flip stuff on Amazon, and like, people do that. There's also a thing called retail arbitrage, where people go, I'm too lazy for this, I'm not going to do this, but people actually, and I have friends who have done this, and they make money from this. They go to like discounted stores like TJ Maxx or Marshalls or whatever, and they go and buy like name brand stuff. Like, they'll have like Ralph Lauren or something like that, and then they put it on eBay or Poshmark or whatever, and they make, if you're smart with it, if you know like the trends, you can look at the data, you can make money doing that. But for me, when I started looking at e-commerce, I was like, wow, there's so many things I can sell. I can make my own products. That would be cool. Or I can like buy wholesale, find a manufacturer somewhere and have a deal where I buy for a certain price with a certain quantity, and then I sell it for, retail, and then I get that profit. And then also there's drop shipping, where you can actually have agreements with manufacturers where they will ship the product for you and you get a profit from that. It's a smaller percentage, but you still get something. Or you could do affiliate products. Like, if you don't have any products and you're like, you know what, I'm already buying XYZ. Or if you buy stuff from Amazon, you could start your own Amazon storefront and just start putting the things that you buy on there, and then when you get a chance, be like, oh, by the way, I got these from here, or whatever. Oh, the link's in there, and people who are interested will go buy it. It's pretty simple, but like I said before, the most important thing I believe is genuinely, believing in your own product. And I mean, just look at what you're already using and really ask yourself why. And if the answer is, well, it's the cheapest, that means whatever product you're looking at is a commodity. And if it's a commodity, then you need to be looking at bigger scale sales. And if you do that, you need to rely on data. So you better learn or know how to read that data so you can be on top of it, because if you're not on top of it, somebody else is. And hopefully you can find a niche so that there isn't as much competition. But these are the types of things that you need to start looking at if you're looking to sell products online. And don't forget, everyone is a consumer. We all buy stuff. We buy things we need, like commodities, and things we want or desire. And usually those purchasing decisions come from emotions, and maybe and I'm talking about things that are luxury, craft, or brand specific. There's a reason why people buy those things, and it all goes back to human behavior and knowing your customer, knowing your ideal client avatar, and things like that. Hold on, let me take another. If you still don't know what to sell, but you want to go, you're ready, you can hire a coach. If you don't have the money to do that, that's when you have to implement sweat equity. And that means educate, learn, increase your skills. That's network. Those are the things that you could do for free that will get you very far. But then at a certain point, and just like with any business, you are investing in your business, in yourself. Going to college is an investment in your future. Anything you do, if you take a course or whatever, or get a certification, you usually have to pay for that. And then you usually start doing whatever you just learned and then make money from that. That's how it works. So that's what I would recommend. And I would say, if you are dead inside, because some people have I'm very emotional. I have to really believe in things that I sell, and it all has to tie back to my values and what I believe in. If you're dead inside, you can literally use technology to research data that shows products that are trending. But for me, the most sustainable business will be a business that has strong values and a bigger purpose, because these are all the things that play into defining your brand and who you are. And that's what they're seeing. That's who they know. I think I might be going on a tangent right now, so I'm going to move on. Hopefully I answered that question. Okay, next question. Where is the best place to have your online store? So 2 things for this that are a factor. I think one is, how much are you willing to invest? Like I said, sweat equity or actual money. And that could be, you could be funding your investment into your business through your business. If you're making money from your business already, I think that businesses should always have a budget for reinvestment into their business to continue to grow. That's what I've experienced in the professional world, is we always set aside budget to continue working on investing in ourselves and growing, and not just our assets, but our people and our skills. So 2 things. If you don't have the technical knowledge, you will probably have to spend more money, and that you have to decide, do I want to pay someone to do this for me, or do I want to learn and do it myself? There's so many different options. You could literally do open source, super geeky, like I'm going to do my own coding. That's for free. I don't even want to do that, so I wouldn't recommend that. You can go the other way, where you just pay someone and you say, hey, pay a consultant and say, hey, this is what I want on my online store. I will pay you X amount per week, and these are the metrics that we want to hit, or whatever, and you guys work together. Or you can do something in the middle, like Etsy or Shopify. Shopify is a little bit more expensive. I think it's like $30 or $40 a month. Etsy, it's like 20 cents per product that you upload. So it's cheaper. However, with Etsy, I will tell you this, because I have both and I've experienced both. Etsy is cheaper to get started with, but you don't have much control. And I'll give you an example. When I first started my online shop with Bravo and Blaze, I was getting orders so quick, and Etsy, for whatever reason, flagged that and thought like, oh, this must be a scam or something. I don't know. They shut down my shop while I had orders open. And I'm like, hello, how am I supposed to, I don't even know who ordered this now because you won't even let me log in. And right away I was like, F this. I opened up my own Shopify store, and that's where my Bravo and Blaze store lives today, on Shopify. But Etsy comes back like a week later with an email just saying like, oh, sorry, we made a mistake. No explanation, no like what to do if it happens next time, none of that. And I was like, oh, hell no. I'll be damned if someone's going to have that kind of control over me. And that's why my philosophy for digital entrepreneurship is always own your own domain, your own information, your own product, your content, all of that. Get people to sign up for your email list, get their phone number, whatever. Like the direct contact, that's what you want to maintain. Your list of contacts is your biggest asset, not your website or your Instagram account. Instagram can shut you down any minute. So don't get too attached to any of those platforms. Okay. So, so like I said, I mentioned a few. Oh, Amazon is another one in the middle that I would suggest because it's made for people who are not technical, and it literally, like I said, you could figure out how to connect or just get a link to a product from Amazon. You have to apply for their affiliate program and have that link and just like post it on your Instagram or tweet it or email it to people. Like, I mean, obviously you don't want to just email a link. You're going to look like you're sending spam. There's a whole like process behind how you get that out to people, but that is one way that, you can do it. So, and again, the amount that you want to invest is going to be different for everyone. It's unique for each person's situation. But depending on that and like what your profit margins are, where you're getting your products, how much time does it take for you to ship things? How much time does it take for you to make things? I know for myself, I did not want to do any of that stuff. So dropshipping and Amazon is like my go-to because I don't want to deal with any of that. But some people don't mind. Some people love that. And I love them for loving that, but not me. I gotta stop drinking tea. I think it's making me more dehydrated. Okay, I'm gonna move on. I hope I answered that question. All right, the next question is a little bit off topic because this is around sponsorship. And for sponsorship, basically what it is when a brand will pay you as a content creator to create like a campaign for them. And essentially it's more than advertising. Advertising I look at as like very transactional. Like I'm giving you X amount of dollars, you give me X amount of people who are gonna just see this. I just want them to see it. That's like the hope, right? And then sponsorship is more like getting to a deeper level with your audience. Like this is like usually over a longer period of time. You have people talking about it. It's more like long form content. And when I say long form content, I mean, as opposed to short form, which would be like a picture, just an image on an Instagram feed or something, or a tweet. Like that's very like short form. That's just like a quick hit. Long form is like podcasting, blogging, any kind of video like YouTube, things like that. That's where you really talk to the people and you address their pain points. You address, how this product or whatever, this brand is going to change your life and what you love about it and things like that. So how do you find sponsors? The quick answer, I'm going to say literally anywhere. Like I said, this kind of goes back to how do I find products, right? Look at what you're already using. Look at what is your niche? What are you doing? I mean, These are all the three questions that I've presented are all very loaded questions. It's like a very broad thing. We have to get down to, well, what are your goals? Like, who is your audience? Who are you? What are your values? I found, I think I forgot to tell the rest of the story, but with my e-commerce journey, I found that like, oh, I can easily like ship thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of products from China to the US on Amazon and make some money and keep it moving. And then I was like, wait, where are these products coming from? Then I was like, is this sustainable? Is this eco-friendly? And it like literally it wore on me so much. I was like, e-commerce is disgusting. I got so grossed out by how what's the word? It's like people in that business and like retail and stuff, a lot of them just really don't give a crap if they're ruining the environment. And that doesn't sit well with me, so much so that it turned me off to that. So I don't think that everyone should be turned off. I was just, for me personally, I was like, ew. And I just got angry about it. So I was like, whatever. Okay. So let me move on. Let me get back on track. But I would look around. If you're like, okay, look anywhere, Jen, really, Jenny, that's like not helpful. Okay, one thing you can do, what I've done in the past, literally, because I like to scroll Instagram. So I scroll, and when I see something I like, and the way I go and find things is through my Explore page, obviously, because it's right there. But also I'll search for hashtags on things I like luxury cannabis. Okay, so I search on hashtag luxury cannabis in Instagram, and I found Frankie Smoke. Frankie Smoke is my number one partnership. I love that brand. Right away, so what happened was I reached out and I said, I gave my introduction. This is who I am. I have my whole like spiel or whatever. This is my mission, and everything lined up. She's all about, being eco-friendly and, like sustainable. And she's a female business owner. And I'm just like, yes, like everything. Yes, 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 yes. And I feel like I did manifest it like legit in a scientific way, but I also manifested it in like a foo-foo woo-woo kind of way as well. Cause I'm like, I just want to find some brands that I know I can help and that they can help, and we can have this mutually beneficial relationship. And I got so lucky. Not only did I find Frankie Smoke, I found Her Highness NYC. I found Comeback Daily. I'm like flaking and blanking right now because I'm like, I didn't write them down, but I have so many great partnerships. Oh, Stash Products is one of them. I should go through it. I'll list them all in the show notes after. But these are brands that make sense for me because of my brand and my values and who I am. And if you don't have that down, if you don't know exactly who you are, it's okay. But I will tell you this, if you do get that honed in and you are so crystal clear on what your mission is and who you are and with the people that you want to serve, then there's nothing that can stop you, because technology is giving all of us the opportunity and the possibility to reach literally millions, possibly billions of people that otherwise, before technology, you would have had to literally go door to door to spread the word about your business. I'm not teaching anything new. I'm just showing you what the power of technology can do. What else? Oh, another thing, if you're looking for brands for sponsorships, you can go to their website. Some brands already have affiliate programs, so you could literally apply to their affiliate program on their website and then continue the relationship there. If they don't have that, look for the contacts on their website. Look for the people. DM them on Instagram. That's what I did. Email them. Find the right people. And I think it was Kris Jenner who said, like, if you get a no, that means you're talking to the wrong person. So don't always, read the room too. Have some emotional intelligence about the situation. But, don't give up just because you don't hit, your dream target goal like right away. We have to live and learn and constantly improve. I need to do an episode on the word Kaizen because actually my first Instagram account where I would consider myself like a content creator was Kaizen Jen. Kaizen means continuous improvement. You can look it up. Kaizen. All right, I need to keep it moving. I also listened to an audiobook today about TED Talks and successful TED Talks. And they said 18 minutes is like the number, the length that everyone should stick to. And I'm like, I just doubled that. So I don't know. You guys tell me. Do you like longer episodes? Do you want to hear me rant or just want like quick stuff? I feel like people these days are like, just keep it moving. Anyways, okay, which is what I'll do. All right, so if you are at the point where you just want to find your purpose because you know you can learn anything, you're willing to work hard, you know that you can, if you don't put in the sweat equity or if you don't want to and you want to pay someone, you could do that too. So what is really stopping you? And the Cannabis Mom Boss Manifestation Framework is a great starting point for you to get a crystal clear vision. Like I said, the better you are with your vision and who your audience is, what your value is, what your purpose is, the easier. But you also get an executable action plan to get the results through the Cannabis Mom Boss Manifestation Framework. And this is what I do regularly. I walk through all of the tools, all the things that I do. This is a repeatable process. I just went through it myself a couple weeks ago to get myself back on track with my physical health because I noticed my clothes were all getting tight. So I'm getting back on track already. I feel better. I'm not exactly where I want to be, but I also don't want to focus on it too much because, people are like obsessed with their flab and all that stuff. I don't want to be like Margaret Josephs from Real Housewives of New Jersey. So that's all I'll say. Okay, moving on. Maybe you're someone who knows that podcasting will take your business to another level and you just want someone to teach you exactly how to do it. Make sure you pre-enroll in the Top 100 Charting Podcast Academy where I will be teaching you how to launch your own podcast and also I'll teach you all the various ways that you can monetize it. But maybe you're someone who's like, I can figure that out. I know how to Google, okay? I know how to do this. I can figure it out, but maybe you need help, from a higher level, a more strategic standpoint that for, a specific goal, then you can also, I have the Ultimate Manifestation Hype Queen offering available, and the link is in the show notes. But this is where you get a weekly one-on-one private and confidential session with yours truly. And last but not least, if you're someone who has a goal, a specific goal, and you're not interested in learning the technical stuff, so you need to hire someone, but you don't even know where to start, I am offering one-on-one discovery sessions, complimentary one-on-one discovery sessions where we talk through your needs. From there, I can provide you a proposal of a statement of work, which would have a thorough plan to execute and achieve your goals. If I can't do the work myself, I can help guide you or point you in the right direction. And I think that's probably what most people need, right? But But again, I want to remind you all to join us live on Thursdays at 1 p.m. Eastern for Cannabis Mom Boss, and every Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern for Bravo and Blaze. Thank you for joining me today. Please make sure you are subscribed. And if you took anything away from this show today, please do me a favor. Please share the link with someone you think it would resonate with, who could also take something away themselves. So stay lit, fam.